Beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Am for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-October 2021 tarot reading. I hope everybody's well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. And if not, it's not your message, and if you want to check out my official social medias, all that information will be linked down in the description below. So, Libra, let's see what we got going on for your second half of October. Hopefully all is well, and we'll see what we got going on. Starting off with the current energy for Libra. What current energies are coming through here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. What do we got going on? What current energies here are coming through for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. Let's go ahead and have a look. We got here the Nine of Pentacles, we got here the King of Wands, and we got here the Eight of Pentacles. So, or not the Eight of Pentacles, sorry, the Eight of Swords, excuse me. Alright, so Nine of Pentacles, King of Wands, Eight of Swords. Could be connecting with an earth sign, fire sign, or possibly an air sign. This Eight of Swords is intriguing to me because what's in the center of the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, more recently, has started to become kind of like my stagnation card. And the reason why is because we have a king here, right? He's sitting in his throne, and what is he holding? He's holding the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is a card that talks about new beginnings, and in order to get to a new beginning, you have to take action. But the king isn't standing up, the king isn't taking action, he's sitting down and staring at the future he could potentially have. So Libra, I feel like you're caught between going after the future you want for yourself and then overthinking if you have the ability to make it come into your reality. So it's like, do I have what it takes to make my dreams come true? Do I have what it takes to make what I want happen? Do I have what it takes to create the life I want for myself? And if you ask me, of course you fucking do. Everybody has the ability to manifest whatever it is that they want, and the reason why is because every possible fucking reality and outcome you already want to come to pass already exists. So Libra, there's a reality where you're an incredibly rich, famous person. There's a reality where you're an incredibly poor person. There's a reality where you're married with 5 kids. There's a reality where you're single. At the end of the day, there is every single outcome. It already exists for you. But the only way to get there is through alignment. And how do you align yourself with the reality you want for yourself? You need to believe that you can be in that reality and that you have what it takes, and you have to take steps and action to be able to get there. So the believing part is the law of attraction. The action part is the law of action. So just throwing that out there for Libras. If you want something, for example, let's say you're really into fashion and you want to be a fashion designer. If you're doubting yourself, wondering if you have what it takes, you're not going to align to being a fashion designer, and I'll tell you why. You won't align there because you won't really try to get yourself there. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to work to your hardest degree. Second of all, if you don't believe in yourself, you're going to push yourself away from every chance of success that you have. For example, let's say you're working very hard on your designs and you want to put on a fashion show. And let's say somebody approaches you to have this fashion show. You may be worried that it's not going to go well, and then you might push that fashion show away, even though that fashion show opportunity came into alignment with you so that you can make your dream come true. So not believing in yourself eventually makes you doubt yourself. And when you doubt yourself, you push away the opportunities that are going to help you grow and succeed. So with that all being said, guys, whatever you want to happen in mid-October, whether you're going after a dream, whether you are trying to have some sort of personal transformation, whatever it may be, realize that you do have what it takes. But if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? And if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't take action, if the law of attraction and the law of action aren't working hand in hand, you're not going to align to the reality you want to be in. So just remember, guys, this universe we live in, it has infinite possibilities. You can live whatever freaking life you want. But in order to align there, you need the law of action and you need the law of attraction, okay? So you guys have what it takes, but you got to start believing in you. If I can believe in you, why can't you? Okay? All right, baby. Let's go ahead and clarify this Nine of Pentacles. Why do we got the Nine of Pentacles showing up here for one of Libra's current energies? And that's going to be the Three of Cups. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys right now are looking at what it is you want or what it is you want to succeed in. And you're like, man, that would be so awesome. I would be so happy, right? going back to the fashion designer thing, if you were a famous fashion designer, you're like imagining it and envisioning it, and you're like, man, that would be so awesome, right? It would be so cool if my dream worked out. Well, it can. You just gotta believe in yourself, man. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. And with the Eight of Swords, we have here the Nine of Cups. So I think what worries you a lot too is that if you do what makes you happy, in the end though, is it gonna be something that supports you? Is it gonna be something that really works out for you? Because even though you're going after something that will make you emotionally happy, will it take care of you in other areas of your life, such as financial support, such as will other people support you, will your relationships support you, so on and so forth. There's worries there. So for example, you may be worried, are my friends going to support me if I go after my dream? Is my family going to support me if I go after my dream? And is this dream going to financially support me? You know, there's other things and other factors that worry you too about whatever sort of success you're looking for, Libra. Okay? So guys, at the end of the day, if you do what makes you happy, if you do what you're passionate about, if you believe in yourself and you take action to align yourself there, everything else you want will be taken care of for you. So Libra, if you want to be a fashion designer, you will have financial stability. If you go after what it is you love, even if you don't have approval from the people in your current reality, there will be people who will approve of you once you do what it is you want to do. So the point is, guys, is that the universe will always take care of you once you align where you want to go. Okay? So don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's coming in for Libra throughout the second half of their October. We have here a Page of Pentacles. We also have here the Three of Pentacles, and we have here the Strength card. Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Interesting. So what's coming in for you guys is having to learn to work through your hesitance. I think your hesitance, Libra, holds you back a lot. And I think when I say your hesitance, it's yourself. You hold yourself a lot. Okay? You hold yourself a lot. Yeah, you hold yourself a lot, Libra. I can't speak, man. Ugh. You hold yourself back a lot, Libra, in regards to going after what you're working so hard to achieve in. Stop being your number one critic, stop being your number one hater, and be your biggest supporter. I saw a podcast the other day, and this fucking thing hit me like a brick. If you had a person in your life who is as critical of you as you are of yourself, would you even want to spend an hour with that person? For example, let's say you hung out with somebody who is as critical of you as you are of yourself. If you hung around that person for just a fucking hour, you wouldn't want to hang out with them again for the rest of your life. So if you're critical of yourself and you spend 24 hours with yourself a day, but you wouldn't even want to spend an hour with somebody who's incredibly critical of you, that says something, Libra. That means stop being your biggest critic. Stop being your biggest bully. Stop being your biggest hater. But instead, in the second half of October, become your biggest supporter. Do not stand in your own way, guys, of what it is you want. All right? Whether it is a personal transformation you want to go through, a dream you want to chase after, a financial path you want to take, a relationship change you want to take, whether it's about telling somebody you love them, so on and so forth, Libra, you got to be able to go after what it is you want without doubting yourself. You got to believe that you can have what you want. All right? So don't stand in your own way. What else do we got here coming in for Libra throughout the second half of their October? I had a card that flew out of my hand. I'll pick it up in a second. We got the Page of Swords. We got the Wheel of Fortune. We got here the Ten of Wands. And then what card is this? Give me 1 second, y'all. We have here the Three of Swords. I could have sworn I saw that, so that makes sense. Okay, so what else is coming in for you in mid-October? Page of Wands, or Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands, Three of Swords. The Page of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune is like, you're on the brink of change, Libra, but if you don't let go of the part of yourself that holds you back, you're never going to experience the change you want. For example, Ten of Wands here to the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands is about all the burdens you're holding on your back. Maybe some of you Libras are constantly reminded of certain things that you failed at in your life. Maybe you're reminded of your failures, Or maybe you hold yourself to such a higher standard that when something doesn't work out the way you wanted it to work out, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. I think that this month, the universe is kind of urging you guys to just like chill the fuck out, you know? Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put too much expectations on yourself. Don't be mean to yourself, you know? The more that you guys do that to yourself, the more that you're holding yourself back from actually gaining success, okay? So the universe here is basically saying, cut out and remove yourself from all of the burdens you place upon you. So whether that's you being too critical of yourself, whether that's you giving yourself way too many expectations, whether that's you saying that you're not good enough or not believing in yourself, so on and so forth, if you remove all those things from your life, going after what you want to succeed in will be a hell of a lot easier because you're going after it with nothing blocking you from achieving. Because Libra, nobody's in your way right now of achieving what you want except for yourself. And when you eliminate blocking yourself from what you want, you will align to wherever you want to go. Just like I mentioned in the beginning of today's video, guys, every possible outcome, every possible life, every possible reality that you want to have already exists. I believe that we are living in parallel realities. That's my belief. Not everybody will believe my woo-woo shit. That's fine. But that's the way that I see it. I think we're always living in a parallel reality. And every single day we're shifting through realities, through change, and through alignment. So Libra, if you want to be that fashion designer, there's a reality that already exists of you being that fashion designer. The only way to get there is through alignment. The only way to align yourself is by believing in yourself, and that's also by taking action to get there, aka doing fashion, going to shows, putting yourself out there, putting your clothing out there, you know? Now, if you are in your own way, what's happening here is, one, you're pushing yourself away from taking action, because by doubting yourself, that means you're not going to be going after what you want with full commitment and full belief. And then two, by not believing in yourself, automatically you're not going to work as hard to achieve where you want to go. So if you don't believe in yourself, and if you're holding yourself back from taking action, there's no possible way to throw you in alignment to get to the reality you want to be a part of. There's no possible way. So just remember, guys, in mid-October, be easy on yourself. There's no reason for you to be your biggest critic. There's no reason for you to be your biggest bully. Be your biggest supporter, okay? The more you believe in yourself, the more you want to see yourself win, shit, the more you're going to win, dude. The more you're going to win. The more you support you, the more other people will support you, okay? So whatever you want, guys, be your biggest supporter. Are there any kind of important or dire messages that my Libras need to hear throughout their mid-October 2021? Any important or dire messages that they need to hear, please? Throughout mid-October 2021, we got here the Nine of Swords, we got here the Six of Pentacles, and we got here the Death card. Libra, Six of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords. This energy over here is calling for you to be more balanced. When you feel like you're stuck inside your head, when you feel like you are drowning in anxiety and drowning in fear and drowning in worries, pull yourself back to the surface. This is the energy of learning how to ground yourself. So I would definitely say in mid-October, learn techniques on how to ground yourself, on how to pull yourself back into a more balanced place. For example, if you're noticing that you're being incredibly hard on yourself, if you're noticing that you're being incredibly anxious, if you're noticing that you're being incredibly rude to yourself, or you're putting too much pressure on you, find some sort of activity or exercise that brings you to a grounded place to where you can then say, okay, this is how I'm treating myself. How I'm treating myself right now isn't good for me. Let's go ahead and treat myself better. Find a way to realize when you are being your biggest bully instead of your biggest supporter. Basically, that is what I think the universe is trying to say. It's like, jump into your awareness or find in your awareness the moment the switch goes off. The moment when you're no longer being your supporter, but instead you're being your hater. You know, become aware of that. Because if you catch yourself when you're putting yourself down, if you catch yourself when you are being too critical of you, automatically you can change that behavior and reinforce a positive behavior instead. So what I think the universe is actually calling for here, Libra, is something called positive reinforcement. So with positive reinforcement, what we do is every time we notice that we're doing something negative, something that we do repetitively, such as putting ourselves down, that's a negative reinforcement you've built. So when you start becoming aware of the negative reinforcements you have, instead of continuing to reinforce that negativity, you change it. You do something positive instead. And by doing that, you break a negative habit. So in mid-October, Libra, if you start to notice that you're being really critical of yourself one day, bring that into your awareness, take a moment, take a deep breath, ground yourself, and then say, you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to be too critical of myself. And then you start being nice to yourself. Therefore, positively reinforcing and breaking the negative habit. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Either way, Libra, we also have here a death card that came out for important or dire messages, and the death card is a card that talks about change and transformation, which is basically kind of the same thing we were just talking about right now. You need to change the ways you think of yourself, and you need to change the ways and patterns of the things you've done. So for example, the negative reinforcements you've had in your life, those need to change into positive reinforcements, all right? So basically focus on changing up anything that you do that negatively impacts you and that basically puts you out of being your #1 supporter, all right? So guys, I know there's a lot of information going all over this reading. Hopefully everything I'm saying is good. Hopefully you guys get it. I know that I'm a little scatterbrained right now, so hopefully this all makes sense to you. But basically break your bad negative habits, guys. That's the way to break down what I was saying for you. Break your bad negative habits and reinforce positive ones. You know, bring into your awareness when you're doing something that is bad for yourself, and then start doing something positive in that very moment, and then you'll therefore reinforce positivity and you'll break the bad habit and things will be a lot better for you. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and close off this reading. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their mid-October 2021. What's going to be Libra's overall outcome? And that's going to be the 10 of Cups. There's a lot of fulfillment, guys, in the life that you have. And there's a lot of abundance in this world that we live in. And the reason why I say that is because we can literally have whatever reality we want be for ourselves. We can have that. We can be aligned to wherever we want to go. But in order to get there, we need to take action, we need to believe in ourselves, and we cannot stand in our own way. If you are wanting you to win, if you want yourself to win, if you do things to make you win, you will inevitably win in this life. So Libra, get in alignment in the second half of your October. Don't stand in your way. Be your #1 supporter. Break your bad habits and positively reinforce better habits, right? And with all that being said, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. You will align to whatever path you want to align to, all right? Don't stand in your way, guys. You got this. Be your #1 supporters, okay? All right, Libra, I love you guys so much, man. Thank you for coming through. Really appreciate it. Do remember, too, this is a general reading, so this doesn't mean that, you know, I was talking mostly in this video about like going after your dream or career, but maybe you're trying to make a relationship work, maybe you're trying to have a personal transformation. So remember, however this situation applies to you in your life, if it resonates in one area of your life, that's for you. And if this message doesn't resonate at all, it is not your message, so no worries there. But okay, Libra, enjoy mid-October, and I will catch you guys in your next video. Take care, guys, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.